Aquarius, and welcome to your love reading for October 2017. I've already posted the general readings and I do the couples ones separately. So this is particularly for single Aquarius. We look at where you're at mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and these are the outcome cards. Well, the Sun is the outcome. This is the advice card, and this is what's blocking you getting the love that you want, basically. Interesting blocking card, the Eight of Discs. The Eight of Discs is basically a work card. So I think some Aquarius are so involved in their work that maybe they're not putting their focus and their energy into trying to manifest a relationship. Very interesting here. So mentally, Five of Swords, okay? So I'm not sure if there's been some sort of conflict, if there's been some sort of difficulty in your past, which you're still carrying with you. The Five of Swords is a conflict card. All the fives are change cards, but a change caused generally by stress and tension. Okay, so the Five of Swords would represent maybe there's been some cross words, maybe there's been words that have been said that are still lingering on, and you've still got some conflicts that you're carrying with you with that Five of Swords. Maybe Aquarius, there's some release work required. So release work is generally forgiveness work. Okay, at the end of the day, it's forgiveness that sets us free. Because I've got a feeling that there's maybe some unresolved issues that are still lingering within you, and some Aquarius are going round and round in circles over some old hurts that have been caused. Now, emotionally, you're the Nine of Discs, and I actually love the Nine of Discs because that's an alone and loving it card. And Aquarius, we are the most sort of self-sufficient of the whole zodiac, okay? So this alone and loving it card, emotionally, I'm getting some Aquarius are alone but not lonely. That's what 1111 stands for, being at one with yourself, and that's how you can move out to relationships when you've got your own self, and that's what the Nine of Discs stands for, and I really like that for you. I really like the fact that you're, as a sense of emotional happiness here, with or without a partner. And I tell you, if there's one way to get a relationship, that is it. It's to be complete within your own self. That attracts the highest form of relationship. That's when we move into the twin flames sort of energy, when we can stand at one. Spiritually, same feeling, High Priestess. And I really know this isn't going to be for all Aquarius, but Aquarius, I think for a lot of yous, there's definitely a sense of that, it's definitely that alone and loving it sort of energy with the High Priestess and the Nine of Discs. There's a peacefulness about you here, that you're not desperately trying to grab someone, you're not codependent, you've got this beautiful self-sufficiency. And you know what, Aquarius, I think Spirit knows, because this is your spiritual card, where you're at. It's like you're connected with source energy, and it's when that happens, that's when our lives really start to change, and that's when we move to those really deep connections with people. So I am loving this for you. My only issue is this Five of Swords on the mental level. And I think some Aquarius are still carrying some residue here from a past experience. When that Five of Swords shows up, it always points to, again, some release work and some forgiveness work needs to be done. And remember, forgiveness work sets us free. It's not about the other person. It's about you getting your soul back, Aquarius. Now, your advice card, very, very interesting, the Magician. So the Magician's about power, okay? Now, if you look clearly, he's channeling divine energy through his crown chakra, okay? Now, to be able to channel this energy, you need a clear vessel. And emotionally and spiritually, I've got you as a very, very clear vessel. Mentally, it's a bit of a different ball game. And I think this is where a bit of clearing work has to be done so you can bring this energy in, because the Magician's about having emotional power. It's also about mental power, spiritual power, and to create something we want in our lives, we need power, okay? We need the power to focus, to concentrate on the goal that we want. It's upright, which means you've got the potential to manifest what you want. What's blocking you? This is a really interesting blocking card, the Eight of Discs, which is work. So maybe some Aquarius, because as you know, we are ruled by Uranus and Saturn. So we do have a really, really strong work ethic. But what's blocking you is you're so focused on work. Now, I'm sure that's not going to be for everyone, but this is the card that's showing as your blocking card. So some of you might be working through the night, so concentrated on work that you're forgetting about your relational life. We never want to get out of balance, Aquarius. It's okay for a little while to get knocked off balance. We all do. But we all need that balance between working hard and joy and fun and sexuality. So that's maybe only a message for a few people watching. I actually love the Eight of Discs. It's about someone who's contemplating their place in the universe as well, okay? It's where do I quite fit in? But it's your blocking energy, so maybe put the work down here, because your outcome is the Sun card, which is absolutely beautiful. The Sun card's always the most positive, life-affirming card in the whole deck. It's a definite yes. It's about vitality, being alive. Now, in partnerships, when the Sun card shows up, it's about two equals, okay? Two people that both have their own sense of identity. Because Aquarius, you're coming across as someone with a really strong identity here. You've done an awful lot of work here, because there's a definite happiness on your own. And to tell you the truth, when you've got that, that's when we start to really attract a whole different vibration to us. And the Sun is a whole different vibration. It's the most positive in the card deck. It's with self-realization. When it comes to love, it's love between two complete people. So you're not holding anyone else up. They're not holding you up. There's an equality. Really, really interesting here. And it's also saying you've got the emotional power to attract to you what you need. I think there's maybe some work needing done at the mental level. There's some release of the past. Only you can say, okay, I know what that means. I know what it means to me. And this has to go so we can access the power to create the future that we want in love. And the Sun is an outcome. you don't really get a more positive card than that. So I think for some Aquarius, love has got a really high potential this month if you're willing to work with the cards that you've got. Okay, so Aquarius, I check out your October general reading. You can contact me directly. My email's in the about section, and I am really excited about this month, Aquarius. Okay, loads of love. Bye.